Okay, getting started with our new Magic Mill Sous Vide cooker, and I already got it all filled up. It's now set and going. I just started it, and I'll let you know how it goes through the process. And so I got them all in there, totally cooking. I got 7 different steaks in there, and should be perfect. So I'll let you know as it goes, okay? And I'll walk you through the starting steps as soon as I'm done. Alright. Okay, so anyway, for the general directions, in case you've lost your instructions or what have you, or just want to get right to the thing, you fill up the water. There's 2 lines inside the pan. There's minimum and maximum. Just fill it up in the middle of that and start with. You can always gauge it after you fill it up with food and see what you need to do. But for the most part, it worked out great for mine with 7 different steaks in there. And so anyway, once you have that, you're going to I don't have the rack in there, so you can put the rack in there or not put it in there. That's up to you. I don't need it for what I need to do, but it'll depend on what you want to do with it. Put your lid on it and then turn it on. Okay, so press and hold the on and off button, and then adjust the temperature. All right, so you got the plus and minus signs right there, and adjust that. You can always calibrate between Celsius and Fahrenheit by pushing that button also. You just hold the button there for a couple of seconds and it changes. So once you adjust the temperature you want, press the timer button. Okay, it'll go anywhere from 30 minutes to 72 hours, and just set it anywhere in there. And then push the start or stop button. It'll start preheating. As soon as you do that, it'll start preheating. And once it gets to that temperature, you got it all set to go. Push the button. Push the button. Put all your food in there, and then push the start stop button. All right. So once it's all heated up, put the lid back on and push the start stop button, and then it'll start counting down. As you can see on mine, it's now counted down 4 minutes since I started. Okay, and so it'll just count down. I got it set for 2 hours, and I'm probably only going to do it for an hour or so, but I'll see how it. I'll check that out later. But for now, I believe I'm going to have it in there for about an hour. And if it takes more, you can always just change it if you want to. Okay, I'm just giving you the basics to start you with, so you can do something first right off the bat, and then of course you'll start dialing it in your own way. All right. Anyway, if you have any questions, put them down below, and I'll show you a bit what it all turned out like. All right. Okay. Again, the reason I put mine at 2 hours to start with, because I believe that's the time I want. I'm going to dial it in later and later, but for now, I believe I'm going to have those steaks done the way I want them 2 hours from now. All right. They happen to be tri-tip steaks, and I'm going to put them on for 2 hours at 130 degrees. And see if that does exactly what I want. And from there, if they turn out great, that's what I'll always do with that. But if it turns out it should be cooked a little longer, I'll know that, and then add next time a little bit of time. If it looked like it was cooked too much, which I doubt, then I'll take away some time. So the point is, you just dial it in yourself. One thing nice about the sous vide cooker is you can leave them in there for like up to 8 hours or so, and it doesn't really affect them at all. So it's not a big issue. The temperature never changes. So you could dial this thing and put it in 8 hours and then come back 8 hours later and it would be just exactly the same. When it starts going over 10 hours or a certain amount of time, the cuts get a little bit, they change a little bit. The structure of the steak or meat changes a little bit after a certain amount of hours, but that's a long time to deal with, okay? So anyway, as far as normally, you want to cook them optimal and then pull them out optimally. So I'm going to try for 2 hours. They should be perfect throughout. And then I'm going to sear them, and then they should be perfectly done. So that's the best laid plans of mice and men. We'll see how it really turns out. Looking great. That's your steak all caramelized on both sides in a frying pan after it was done, after 2 hours. It's absolutely perfect.